Alright, I've brought you out on marathon training day today. I've signed up for the Waterford Marathon. It is in almost exactly 1 month's time, and I haven't got a lot of fast road miles in my legs, so I'm out today. I've done 1 mile warm-up, I've done 3 mile goal pace, which I ran too fast, and I've done 3 at cruise, which is about 30 seconds. They're only half miles. I'll do 3 more of those, then 3 mile tempos, heading towards home, and a little bit of cool down. So that's what my program has me on. But I also want to bring you up to speed on what's been going on in the last month or so. So I'm going to do 1 more cruise half mile now, and I'll catch you in half a mile down the road. Whoa, alright, so after coming back from the London Marathon, which Claire ran, I jumped straight into a mountain skills course given by Ronan Lenihan, and if you've never done one, I highly recommend it. It was a 2-day course. Day 1 was spent map reading out in the hills, glorious weather.
So we're interfering with the environment on a very local level, but what you can see happen, especially in some of the more recent cairns, that there wouldn't have been so much erosion around, but all the rocks have been removed. So the soil, the substrate has all been destabilised and more susceptible to erosion.
But then we went on into the night, stopped off for some sandwiches by Love Heart Lake. I don't know what the real name of it is, put the name up on the screen. But oh yeah, we had great weather, so you found it very difficult to navigate the things that you mightn't already be able to see in front of you. But I highly recommend it. We went into the night and night navigation, and then the next day we just did scrambling on uneven ground and over boulders and up steep and down steep terrain, and also he showed us what we should be packing in our bags to keep ourselves safe in the hills. Everything is great until something goes wrong, so if you get the opportunity, I highly recommend it. Alright, another half mile, let's go. Alright, so after the mountain skills course, I went down to Waterville. Simon Kelly down there was putting on the Waterville Trailrunning Festival, a race I have wanted to do for a number of years. I'd heard very good things about it, but it just never fell right for me. So this year it did fall right for me. I got down, I had an outstanding time. Simon and the rest of the crew down in Waterville put on a great event. Delighted to get onto the podium in the race that I was doing. The video is available on YouTube. Alright, another half mile. Alright, that brings us almost up to speed, but not quite. This weekend just gone, I travelled over to Cornwall because Jay Grady, who interviewed me some time ago for the Trail and Error podcast, was putting on the Trails in Motion Film Festival. Now, he's done it for a number of years in Cornwall, but this year he's doing it all over the UK, and he's also bringing it to Ireland later in the year. So he just reached out for some advice and tips and chat about trail running in Ireland. And I said, well, why don't I come over, see your film festival, and we can talk in person. So he was very open to that idea, and I got a trip to Cornwall. So travelled over, we had a great bit of a run on the Saturday morning, and then Saturday evening Jay put on the film festival. And it wasn't like any film festival I've been to before. I've been to a few other ones, but Jay had a twist on his, so I asked him if he could tell me a little bit about it. So here's what he had to say. So first of all, Jay, let me just say thanks very much for inviting us over. Really enjoyed the weekend. But what I was surprised by was on Saturday night I thought I was going along to a film screening, go along, watch a few movies and go home, and that's not what I got. It was a very different experience. What are you trying to achieve with the Trails in Motion Film Festival?
So Trails in Motion, for people that don't know, is a adventure running film tour of trail running films around the world, collated into a collection that goes on tour. So if people are familiar with the BAM Film Festival, it's a similar setup. But what I've always enjoyed, we've done this in Cornwall, our home county, for 8 years, and this year we're on the road across the UK and Ireland. So what we've always tried to do with the Cornish version is to make it local to us, involve the local communities, generate some charity elements to it for local communities as well, and really have the runners feel that it's their film screening, so they become part of it really. So support them and get them in. So the evening really revolves around the films, obviously, but then there's a build up to it where we went for a run in the morning, community run in the morning, and met some people that we hadn't met before there, and they came along.
But here's a question for you. What I got a real feeling of at the showing on Saturday night is you're in your community here. You knew an awful lot of people in the audience, they knew you. you know, taking this out on the road now, because this is the first year, right, that you're taking it all over the UK and Ireland. Are you going to be able to replicate this at the other venues?
It's not down to me in a way. I need to find the right people. So I need communities out there to come forward and say, hey, we'd love to see the movies. And I said, that's fantastic. This is the bolt-on that we do around it all to make it really special, and to make it, you know, for Cork or for Dublin or for Belfast or for Edinburgh or Lancaster, wherever we're going, Norwich. So there's an element of their ownership of it. That's a really important thing, is that everywhere we go, we want to go along and have a whole group of friends in Norwich or in London or in Sheffield or Manchester or wherever we go. We want to build those networks of friends everywhere so that it's their chosen motion, not my chosen motion.
Yeah, that's the piece that really excites me, and I think it's going to be very interesting. Jay, thanks a million. I really appreciate you inviting me over here and having a great weekend. We went for a great run yesterday, and got a feeling I'll be coming back to Cornwall. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, pal.
All right. Whoa, snuck in my last half mile while those two were having a chat. No, seriously, what I witnessed Jay bringing to the Cornwall trail running community, I'm very optimistic that he can bring something similar over here to Ireland. He doesn't just come and, as I mentioned, you know, put on some films that you watch and you leave. He tries to do a whole lot more. So that is it for now, guys. I'm going to make my way back towards the house. This weekend I am up to the Mourne Mountains for the Granite Peaks. I'm not running, but I might try and catch a little bit of footage for Trail Running Ireland. And that is it for now. One last thing, why am I running a marathon, a road marathon? I just want to put a good for age time in the bank in case, you know, Boston, New York, Chicago, it's falling at a good time, but I don't want to break or bust a lung either, because a couple of weeks after that I do want to run the Wicklow Way race. All right, over now for now, guys. We'll talk soon. Oh yeah, one thing I should add, while I was in Cornwall, Jay took Claire and I out on a 15-mile trail run along the Arc of Attrition course. Hard not to, I guess, since the entire coastline is pretty much the Arc of Attrition course. But I'm on the fence. Is it a race I should run? I don't know. The section we did wasn't very runnable. If you've ran the race, let me know. Genuinely scratching my head a little bit on this one. But watch this space all the same. Alright, I really mean it this time.